So this is session 7, and session 7 is about structured programming. The objectives of the session is define structured programming, describe the benefit of structured programs, identify the modeling tools used for structured programming, explain the top-down structured techniques used in program designing, explain the element of structured program. So structured programming is also called as structured programming is also called as modular programming. It is a programming approach. Modular programming, you know what modular programming is like? If you have problems, you rubber the problems kashi-kashi, and then you rubber it to your friends. Kowa ya ɗauki problem da ya solving. That's structured. Kowa ya ɗauki, you solve the problem in a structured manner, in a structured way. Do you understand? So it's a programming approach, applies a logical structure on a program to make it efficient and easier to understand and modify. So regularly uses a top-down design model in which developers plan the whole program structure and then divide it into subsections. Like they will divide it into subsections. Okay? So that's a structured programming. It's called organized part. So the advantages of structured programming are described as follows. We have code reuse. Modules can be used multiple times. This reduces complexity, saves time, and increases reliability. Code reuse, you can use one benefit of structured programming is that you can use your code. Yanzu misali ina da program na yi amfani da shi, idan na yi amfani da structured programming na yi programming, I can send it to code to someone. Someone can edit it and use the program, and develop something similar to that. Then modularity, this equips programmers to confront problems logically by splitting the large problem solution into smaller portions. Like they will divide it into smaller portions. You get? So modularity is what is the aspect of breaking down your problem into kanana so that you can be able to solve it in an efficient way. Then better flow. Structured programming promotes better flow. It has operation or task is properly segmented or separated. Better flow. You have a better flow of program. Then increase productivity. Structured programming increases process such as time taken for error detection and error handling is reduced. Za ka iya gane inda error ka yake because you divide it kowa in ka divide shi into ƙanana, you easily detect where the error is and solve it. So you see you increase the productivity. Then easier debugging and maintenance. You can maintain it very easy because when you divide it into ƙanana, that is like doing debug. You know what debug is? Debug is error. Debugging is removing error. So you can go and easily remove the error and then move on. Okay, what am I doing? So structured programming method results in a hierarchical or layered program. This hierarchical program main, then enter, edit, sort, sprint. So under edit, we have read, edit and splitting engine, right? Under edit, we have read, modify, save. Under save, modify, we have delete and update. Do you understand? So that's how it is. It is what being broken down and then blah blah blah. So that's how it is. Then UML, Unified Modeling Language, is a popular standardized modeling tool used in structured programming language and OOP systems. You know what OOP is? OOP is Object-Oriented Programming Systems. It is used to specify, visualize, modify, and construct documents of the requirements and specifications of the system software of the development. UML is just about the information of your program, information of the software you are developing. Duk wani information da ya kunshi ne ko kunshi ake ta. Duk wani information that comprises of visualize, modify, construct documents. The visuals, the system specification, the me da me ya kamata ka yi amfani da shi, da me ina ya kamata ka kunna, da ya za ka yi aiki da shi, all this one they are under what unified modeling language. It helps designers and developers to It helps designers and developers to read and circulate system structures, then provide the formalization and visualization which make the requirements clear and concise. So these are the legends, basic UML legends that are used in different kinds of UML diagrams. So these are the UML, Unified Modeling Language diagrams. So flowchart. This one is more advanced and standard than flowchart. You get this is a symbol of a node, and maybe you have a note to jot down some things. Then initial states, final states, final state yana layi guda biyu wannan kuma baƙi ne gaba ɗaya wul. Then control flow, then action, then decision. Mun ga decision ɗaya yake da wancan decision na flowchart, right? Then node, then component, we have fragments, use case, we have actor, we have interface, and we have socket. So these are the legends. These are guys to use in unified modeling design. These are the things you use because it has actor. Do you know why it has actor? Because program deals with abin da like in kana development ɗinsa you have to use okay actor ga abin da ya kamata ya yi in ya zo nan ya danna nan shi zai danna can shi zai kaza zai that's why we are using actor. You get so control flow is what in the program again the actions, the decisions of the program, the socket, the interface, the component, the fragments, and so on. So these are unified modeling language legend that are used in different kinds of UML diagrams. Then we have modeling view offered by UML as follows. We have sequence diagrams, we have collaboration diagrams, we have activity diagrams, we have chart diagrams, we have class diagrams, and then we have what's it called, deployment diagrams. And then we have sequence diagrams. Sequence diagrams is diagrams that are su kuma su aikin diagrams sun kawai su baka daki-daki okay daga nan state ɗin sai wannan state ɗin daga wannan state ɗin sai wannan state. Collaboration diagrams kuma diagrams ne wanda that deals with collaboration of maybe one button is related to that button, that page is related to this page is related to that page. You get activity diagrams kuma duk wani activities in da program ɗin yake gudana yake taking all the activities that the program is taking place, it has the activity diagram itself. Then chart diagrams, what state is your program, what state is the program. Then class diagrams, all the where the actors are being kept, like the class of all the programs. You know what I mean? Then component diagrams are what the major su buttons, su text fields, su pages da sauransu su ne wanda under what component diagram. Then deployment diagram is okay after you finish designing, you want to deploy it, you want to send it to people to start using it. So it also has a diagram for that. Again. Then structured chart is graph card. A structured chart graphic is represented by this thing. Let me make a Control C. Open our notepad. Remove this Fatima. Okay. Wow. Again. Control C. Open. Paste. So a structural chart is a graphical representation of a decomposition of a problem, splitting the problem, right? So it is a tool to assist in software design. It is particularly helpful while solving large problems. A structural chart is not a flow chart. It has no logical sequence of tasks. So okay, we have CEO, Chief Executive Officer and Operator, COO, Chief Operation Officer, Chief OHO Officer, Chief OHO Officer, Chief OHO Officer. Then under Chief Operation Officer, Cooperator Officer, I don't know. We have Vice President Operations, we have Vice President Finance, we have Vice President Technical, we have Vice President Kingani. Those are the nutshell this one is just about structure, like daki-daki an yi breaking ɗin abubuwan gani wannan ɓangaren ga nasu just like a company and organization wannan ga nasu ɓangaren wannan ga nasu ɓangaren wannan ga nasu ɓangaren. Again, so this is an example of the structured something. Then we have top-down structure technique. You know why this stuff is covering. Now open it, and I'll click on this. Oh, wait. What am I? So emphasize planning and a complete understanding of the system, the subplays of the modules. So let's see. So top-to-down structure is the process of dividing the overall task into smaller components. Signifies breaking a difficult task down and solving pieces independently until every step can easily be implemented. Then emphasizes planning and a complete understanding of the system. It is implemented by attaching the steps in the place of the modules. And so it's all about dividing the overall task into what smaller components. Signifies breaking a difficult task down to solving a problem. Just like this. We have planning, organizing an event. This is what order. You plan first, you arrange the venue, you support materials, then invitations, then facilities, right? Under plan. Under planning, we have team, date, budget, agenda, participants. Arrange venue, we have accommodation, travel, support materials, we don't have anything below it. Invitation, we have speakers and then participants. Facilities, we have catering and then equipment. So yeah, perfect. You divide it into in Katashiko, you just do division of labor. Okay, you guys handle planning, you handle arrange venue, you handle invitations, you handle facilities. Then you move on. That's it. So elements of structured programs, we have variables, variable represent the data, right? The data can range from something very simple such as the age of the person to something very complex. So variable animation misali yanzu in your program definitely duk wani something da zaka yi duk wani abun da zaka yi you have to deal with them. You have to include variables in your stuff. Variable is just anything that holds data. Anything that holds data, you get it's a variable. Just like something that holds something. So it's called variable. So it can be very simple, such as the age of a person. You see, age is something that holds the number of the value age of the person, right? So age is a variable. There's a salary is also a variable of the figures you are being paid. That's how variable is. So loops is, of course, you know what loops is, right? Looping. Loop allows carrying out execution of a group of commands a certain number of times. Then during the looping, so while loop do loop in repetition, right? Then conditions specify execution of a group of statements depending on whether or not some condition is satisfied. Should more condition is so if else statement, you remember it. If kaza is kaza, kaza is kaza, then input output. This allows the interaction of the program with the external entities. If input output, program is about inputting and about outputting. Then subroutines and functions will allow putting frequently used snippets of code into one location which can be used repeatedly. Subroutines and functions is code. Maybe you have some particular function codes that are very important. You can use them in different programs. So a structure chart is a graphical representation of the decomposition of a problem. It is a tool that assists in software designing top-down structure the technique in the process by dividing the overall task into smaller components. So this is the summary of this session. If you have any question, please you can ask. Thank you. This is session 7, and then let's move on to session 8, which is arrays. So array. Define arrays. At least the different types of arrays, describe different search techniques, different sort techniques. So the organized collection of objects into rows and columns is known as array. The organized collection of objects, collection of data in a row and column is called an array. You get the organized collection of objects into rows and columns is known as an array. So because it's just about collection of data. So in row and column, just like the number of students in the class, their age, their name, their salary, their salary, their class, their position, and then so on and so forth. Then it can be defined as a group of variables of the same data type grouped together under a single name. So for example, you want to save a name. You want to save a name of student names. Okay, let's say for example, let's me show you what array is. Um, Array. So let's say you have a name. You have name, right? Name. And you want to save the name of people. Let's say 10 names of people. You say name one, for example, is equals to Fatima, right? And you want to save 10 names. Okay, kind of easy to okay, control V, control V. What am I doing? Control V. Because how do you like logo make it? Where maybe Fatima the first one, the second one is Fatih, the third one is Fat. This one, name two, name three, name four, name five, name six, has one, name 10, right? This so this is a variable and this is the data to the variable. This is a variable and this data to the variable. So yeah, this just normal one number array. But if you want to change this to array, what you just need to do is you put names instead of using names is equals to is equals to bracket. You just come here and put all the names. Fatima, comma, Fatima, Fatih, comma, we just be writing the names inside nan kawai. So wannan shine array. An array sometimes it uses wannan take amfani da shi. Wannan square brackets. You get? Or anyone. So you get. So this wannan shine array. Understand? Instead of you writing kowanne ɗaya biyu ko huɗu da yawa a ƙasa kawai in ka tashi kawai bracket guda ɗaya kawai za ka sa sai ka sa sunan da sunayen like da so shine array. So it can come in rows and columns. Maybe rows should be the names, columns should be the age, and then the phone numbers, and then the rest. You understand? So that's what array is. It's defined as a group of variables of the same data type grouped together under a single name. This is a single name for it, right? Under a single name. Do you understand? So that's it. So a variable is used to store a piece of information in memory. Making variable is used to store a piece of information in a memory. Earlier, the OS would allocate memory space to the variables at random location. Then the OS would need to gather information from all the scattered variables. So kawai shi aikin variable is used to hold data. Earlier, the OS would allocate memory space to the variables at random location. Then the OS would need to gather information from all the scattered variables. They allow programmer to store more than one value in a variable at the same time, retaining single reference. You can have names, then you have name data there and names. So names is a variable, right? You can have ages, and then you have the different numbers of people age, and then ages is a variable. Understand? So the value in an array are stored in contiguous location in memory. Kuma duk wannan harkar variables da variables ɗin nan they are stored in memory. One concern with an array is that they store only data pertaining to one particular data type. One thing with array is duk wani datan da ka yi is being stored to one particular variable. So while declaring an array, the data type of the data is sorted needs to be specified and all the elements it have to be of the same type. For example, yanzu misali ba name ka ake amfani da shi a nan ba. You use names a nan, ba za ka zo ka sa 23 age ko 44. If it's names, definitely everything has to be named, but you have to declare this one as string, as name before you, but you include numbers. If it is numbers gaba ɗaya za ka sa. If it is sunaye gaba ɗaya za ka sa. You understand? So that's how it is. Then array example. So begin one variable to store an array, create a program which accepts 5 numbers to display their total number of an array. So here these are the kwabe. So if you want to declare number of array, use array num. Yeah, I'll show you later. So if you want to store array, come here. So if you want to store an array number here, you use let's say array num, maybe array name to not array heading. Then you have something like this, maybe 3. Store number, so store 5 numbers. So here array num here will be without br. Do you understand? So this one int, maybe you have to declare because number we can find it here. You use int is again, right? Use int, you declare the array name, this array name, then you put what number could not okay, so storing at okay. Int array of 5 times. So in Kadashi, you use array num, you take this and then you paste. So you have array num, and then one thing with it is the array number array always starts from 0. So you to start from 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is an example of array. Or you do it this way ko kuma ka jera su, you jera them a ƙasa. Array number 0, array number 1, array number 2, array number 3, array number 4, array number 5. So that's how it is. Then if you want to sum them, you just say 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Really, really clear. So this one is just cut. But when we come to it, you'll know it more when we start the C programming practicals and then so advantage of using an array as for the reduction in the number of variable names, and then you just have to declare one variable name for key storing values in KHP. Selection of the variable based on the value of the variable. Then one in KHP you don't have to use the values in chicken chunk. Go the variables in that implementation. Then storage of the entire data set for multiple times using the program. Declaration of the fixed length data set. Then access the data in any other at random. You can access any type of data at random or in any way. So declaring an array is in example to declare with the statement array r name r number 3. So array is a keyword. So if you want to declare an array, array is the keyword used in an algorithm to declare an array. So syntax is r element number equals to the value. So here you have r number is name of the array, while 3 indicate the size of the array. So these are the size of the array. For example, you want to use 1 of 5 is the size of the array because telling you okay, it wants to store 5 values 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You understand? So that's how it is. Then we have arrays can be divided into two categories. We have single dimensional array and we have multi-dimensional array. Single dimensional array is the single dimensional array, the type of linear array that are sorted in a row from 0 to the size of the array. So call a row that just one line. To access the elements in one-dimensional array, a single subscript is used which can be either represented in row quantities What's wrong with this thing now? So let's 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 do it this way. Let me show you how it is. Okay, so um so here this first line here, it's what a single dimensional array. And then lie there again. But if you want to declare uh, a multi-dimensional array, you have to have a double. Let's say you have one here, and then you have another bracket, and you have five. So this three rows, four rows, five columns. This is a row and this column. So this is a multi-dimensional array. Single dimensional array kuma guda ɗaya kawai. Kun gane? Shi guda ɗaya kawai row ɗaya kawai. Shi kuma wannan it has to have four rows and then five columns. Four rows and then five columns. You get, so this multi-dimensional array. How to declare multi-dimensional array? Shi kuma it stores rows and columns, while single dimensional array guda ɗaya kawai row kawai. Kun gane? So that's how it is. Kaga this one yayi it cleans everything was just that. So one example of multi-dimensional array, you have rows and columns together. You get, so we have different search techniques. Searching refers to the operation of finding the location of a specific item in a group of items. Looking for something, right? Then the binary search algorithms are as follows. We have sequential search and we have binary search. So sequential search is search deki, right? You like from this search you search from A, B, C, D, just like dictionary search from A. Let's see. So sequential search and then binary search. Sequential search, it's let's say sequential search is a method, right? It's a method for finding an element within a list. It's a method for finding what an element, a data within a list. You get, it's a method of finding elements within a list. So what it does is that it sequentially checks each element of the list until a match is found or the whole list has been searched. Yana shi daki-daki yake sai ya duba gaba ɗaya elements ɗin datan gaba ɗaya ya duba ya yi matching ɗinsa. Then it will get the one it wants to use. While binary search is the best search algorithm for a sorted array. It is powerful technique for searching an ordered list. You might do any list in ordered way. It's the concept is similar to the way people look for an entry in a dictionary or a telephone book. So binary search kawai hakan it starts things in an ordered manner. Misali yanzu your contact book a phone ɗinki in kin tashi you don't have to go through ba kamar sequential ba, you don't have to go through down kina neman komai daki-daki a B, B, C, D. In kin tashi ko typing zaki yi ko, in kina neman suna Musa you just type M, right? Then the Musa name will come out, or dictionary. You just go to letter M and look for MA, maybe you're looking for man or book or something, anything. You just go to, you know how to like search from dictionary, right? So it's same thing as binary search. So that's it. Sequential search is daki-daki. Shi kuma wannan you just go direct to where you're looking for something. So this one is that one. Abeg, you have to talk me. Then different sort techniques, the function of sorting or ordering a list of objects according to some linear order is very fundamental. So sorting algorithm arranges the elements of a list in a sorted order. There are two types of sorting method. We have internal sort and we have external sort. Under internal sort, sun ne muke da su selection sort, quick sort, bubble sort, and the insertion sort. Again, the program benefit in this type of sorting because of the random access nature. So I'll give you an assignment, and this assignment is what you will do is that you will go and make research on selection sort, quick sort, bubble sort, and then insertion sort. And just write a short note for me on them. Make sure you read them, research, make research on them, read them, and then understand them. Then you will send it to me through my email. I want you to use your own words, your own knowledge of understanding on them. Like after your research, you get selection sort, quick sort, bubble sort, and then insertion sort. They are under internal sort. So while external sort, the example of external sorting are as follows. We have sorting with disk, with CD disk, CD drive, disk, and then come up with tapes. Sorting is all about arrangement, right? Arranging things. So we have sorting, internal sorting, bubble sort, insertion sort, selection sort, document quick sort, right? So don't forget the assignment, please. And I will say you will drop the assignment through my email. You submit the assignment through my email. I will drop you my email address on my contact on WhatsApp. So the examples of external sorting are as follows: sorting with this and then with tips. So in summary, the summary. So sequential sort, binary sort, and binary tree sort. Sequential searching indicates binary sort uses just like when you are searching for things in dictionary or in your contact phone book address, while binary tree search is just like structured in a tree-like structure. The roots, the branches, and then the rest. Then different types of internal sorts are selection sort, quick sort, bubble sort, and insertion sort. These are the assignment for you. So you stop here. We have everything done. Thank you. When you are done, please let me know so that we can continue.